Hello everybody, it is that... Ooh, let's turn this down. Hold on. There we go. Let's not have this be so loud. There we go. Hello everybody, this is that programming guy. And remember, you guys can do the thing no matter what you're doing, no matter what's going on. I believe you guys can get it done. So how are you all doing today? Today is Sunday. Gonna see Cinderella the opera. It's gonna be fucking awesome, guys. That after this was great. It's at 2 o'clock. So basically, once I'm done with this, we're gonna head down to Seattle and watch the Cinderella opera. How are you all guys doing today? It is Sunday today, which means tomorrow is the work day, which sucks. Anyway, so what are we doing today? We are making the serverless stack. So what did we do yesterday? Yesterday, we kind of set up. I introduced you to why I'm doing this, why I think this is a good idea, and they started setting everything up with PowerShell. We also discovered that since the last time I worked with Azure, which was, I don't know, 2 years ago? A year ago? I don't know. There are two different modules. There's the Resource Manager module in Azure, and there is the AZ module. The AZ module is more current, and Microsoft wants you to use. And so everything starts with AZ. Unlike the other things, there's Azure RM Resource Manager, Azure RM Cosmos DB. So kind of, I don't know, went back and forth. So now, hello, Vase and Psalms. You are here really fucking early. I think you are like the earliest person to say anything on any of my streams. Hello. It is good to see you again. Better not be fucking me, itching dog. Kick your ass. Actually, no, I'll probably just put a cone on you. So, we did that. Discovered that there's different kinds of Azure stuff. So now we got that. So, yesterday we stopped, 1, because the hour was up. But 2, because I had to make a subscription. And in order to make a subscription, I had to give my personal information and phone number. And I really kind of didn't want you to see all that stuff. Like where I live and stuff. So, although you kind of know anyway, I guess? Either way. So now I have set up subscriptions. So now we can start kind of doing all this stuff. So, let me explain a bit more about Azure to you guys. Since I know everyone wants to use AWS because it's AWS. Azure works too. So in Azure, let me bring this up. I didn't want you to see that. Whatever. In Azure, right? You have subscriptions. And so subscription has a subscription name, a subscription ID, the role I'm in it, how much it's costing me, and is it active or not. So a subscription is a way to it's a billing idea, where it's like, okay, everything under the subscription is under this. So you can see the subscription is a pay as you go. And this is kind of the one for the pay-as-you-go is more for people like me and you, consumers. That's fine. The consumers who are like, all right, I'm going to use a storage account and I'm going to pay as I go. I'm not going to say, Azure, here's all this money. I want to use stuff. That's not how it is. So in order to kind of do anything with Azure, we need to make a subscription. So now we have a subscription, which is great. And you cannot make a subscription with the Azure module. You can if you're an enterprise account user, but considering I'm not an enterprise account user, I'm not going to worry about it. And so we're following this guide, the Serverless Stack Guide, which is a great guide. And I've explained, why I want to use it, what we're going to do with it. So now that we have this, now that we have also the Azure subscription going, we can continue to kind of follow this. So here's all the stuff about roles. I'm not going to add roles unless I have to, but role, in here, in Azure at least, it's called Role-Based Access Control, RBAC or RBAC. And I actually remember having to implement RBAC for some of the masters back when I was in my previous team. So with roles, I can go I'm like, I'm an admin, I'm the highest role possible, and Vacant Psalm, since you're here, I could say you are a contributor. So you have the role contributor, so you have this access. Or somebody else who's joined, like my dog, Lucy, I could say she is an a manager. I don't know if that's a role. And because she is a manager, she can do these things. And there are built-in roles. There's roles that you can custom make that have their own things. It's a lot like access control in Microsoft Dynamics CRM, and if any of you have done that. I don't know the Salesforce equivalent because I don't really know Salesforce. So that's kind of how roles work. It makes it so you can be like, this person has this person can do this person can or can't do this. So since I'm the only one using it, I'm gonna do this if I have to. Sorry. If I have to use the roles, I will. So now that we're here, we have the Azure stuff, so we can log in with Azure. So now we have to make a Cosmos table. And so if we open up PowerShell, I'm gonna run this as an admin, just in case I have to do some admin. Actually, no, we're gonna do regular non-admin PowerShell. We're going to cd to desktop for the hell of it. All right, so now we need to make a Cosmos database. So a Cosmos database, if you go to Azure Cosmos DB, so an Azure Cosmos DB is a globally distributed multi-model fully managed database using the API of your choice, or try it for free up to 20,000 RUs per second for 30 days with unlimited renewals. I have no idea what that means. But basically, if you try to create an Azure Cosmos DB account, alright, we also need to make a resource group. So resource groups, we have to make a resource group first. So we are going to make a new resource group. That's Haskell. Make Cosmos DB. So first I'm going to show you the GUI way to make it. To make a resource group, and resource groups are just ways to kind of put resources into one thing. So let's say I have one subscription and for that programming guy corporation, and then I have resources that my account team uses. I have resources that my development team uses. Those would go into separate resource groups, so I can keep them separate. And that is also more for a billing idea as well. So I'm going to go serverless stack resource group. So I'm going to follow the convention. I actually should put subscription at the end of the subscription name. So I'm going to put RG at the end. So anybody who's looking at it, or the developers looking at it or something, if they look at the name, they know they're dealing with a resource group. So I'm going to say, okay. Actually, first I'm just going to go to resource group. Was that? Okay, so we're going to create a resource group. This is going to be a pay-as-you-go. We're going to call this, serverless stack RG. We're going to have this in Central US. Actually, I'm in West US. I'm going to say it's going to be in West US. So when you make things, there's a lot of different regions you can be. I can say I can put this region in Asia if I want to. So let's read what a resource group is. A container that holds related resources for Azure solutions. The resource group can include all the resources for the solution or only those resources that you want to manage as a group. You decide how you want to allocate resources to resource groups based on what makes the most sense for your organization. So as I said, in my case, we'd have the accounting thing. I don't know, a lot of stuff. Anyway, so this is the GUI on how to make a resource group. So instead, we're going to use PowerShell since that's what's going to happen. So we're going to not use this. We're going to use AZ. Aha. All right. We need resource groups. I know I was looking. It's group, right? A, B, C, D, E group. Yeah. AZ group. Help. And because of this is so good, you can actually use the PowerShell to figure out what kind of command you need, which is great, which is what I'm doing to show you guys how to do it. One second. I'm going to get a cone for my dog. I'll be right back. Lucy, you're going to get a cone. Hey. Sorry about that. All right, so PowerShell. We need to create. So it's AZ group create again, help, so we can see how to create it. So we need the location, which is going to be West US. And we are going to need the name, which is going to be called Serverless Stack, STACK RG. There we go. No tags, no debug. Yeah, I think this is all we need. So we're gonna press enter. See if that. Oh right, we have to log in. AZ login first. I'm a dumbass. Yes. Do 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 do. Ba 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 da 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 do. You have no allowed final subscriptions. Yes. Create. All right, so that's created this. The output is JSON, so you can use the output if you want to. And so that's created. So this is what we're looking for right here. So we're going to put this in our wonderful PowerShell script. That's what we need to make. You can change the location to how you need it. You can also change the name. I will parameterize all these things, but yes, you can deal with what you want. As you go, so now if you go here, and if you go to resource groups, we can actually see that we have the resource group that was made. So now we need to make the Cosmos DB. So let me show you the Cosmos DB. So you can also make a SQL database if you want as well. It doesn't matter, I don't think, for this simple group. It doesn't really matter if you use a SQL database or if you use an Azure Cosmos DB. What is the difference? Azure SQL versus Azure Cosmos DB. It would be great if there's actually like a Microsoft website about this. Sorry. Alright, I have no idea the difference. Okay. Azure Cosmos DB, when was this? Okay. It's Microsoft's globally distributed database service. The service is designed to allow customers to elastically and independently scale throughput and storage across any number of geographical regions. Azure Cosmos DB is the first globally distributed database service in the market today to offer comprehensive service level agreement. Yes, I don't need SLAs. Azure Cosmos DB is a globally distributed multimodal database that uses a wide range of applications. It's a good choice for any serverless application that needs low order of millisecond response times and needs to scale rapidly and globally. So here's what I guess is Azure Cosmos DB. The reason why we're using this is because it can scale. It can, shrink. It can get bigger. It can get smaller. No matter what you need, it can do any of that. Cool. So SQL, on the other hand, you go, I need a database. Here are the tables in it, and I want it to be able to do this kind of throughput. Azure Cosmos DB seems like it's much more elastic and get bigger and smaller, so perfect for the elasticness of serverless stacks. So like I did with the resource group, I'm going to show you guys first kind of how to make the Azure Cosmos DB with the GUI, the portal. Once that is done, before I press OK, we're going to go to PowerShell. And we're going to make it in PowerShell. So, create Azure Cosmos DB. Also, guys, if you want, you can actually just go to Cosmos DB up here, and it'll show you the services that you want to make. So we go to create Azure Cosmos DB account. We want to use the resource group that we just made, the serverless stack RG. Now, if you do make this on Azure, if you do use PowerShell, you will have to make the resource group before you make the Azure Cosmos DB. If you're going through the portal, you can use create new to make a new resource group. Account name would be serverless stack Cosmos DB. Serverless stack Cosmos DB. There we go. Now we can change what the core we want. I don't know if it really matters. Cosmos DB is a multi-model database service. Choose the API and data model. How would I know? What's the difference? Is it globally just? Yes, I know. Support REST API versions. I don't care. Cosmos. It's called an API, right? Yeah, API. Well, it has. Sorry, as somebody who's, you know, doing this, I should probably know. What is the difference? Does it matter? Cosmos DB. Yeah, I know that. Azure Cosmos DB for Mongo Cassandra. I get API is just, I think, how you call it, and it just changes the API that you call. Azure Cosmos DB API. There we go. You will compare the different APIs available for Azure Cosmos DB, highlight and contrast in the different scenarios that would make them a good choice. Start. Okay, that's great. Table, Cassandra, SQL, MongoDB, Gremlin, key value, column. Okay. Core. Core SQL is the default API for Azure Cosmos DB, which provides you with the view of your data that resembles a traditional NoSQL document store. You can query the hierarchical JSON documents with the SQL-like language. Core SQL uses JavaScript type system. Yes, for your company, you would choose Core SQL for your product. To retrieve product system, you could use SQL commands. So basically, it stores like this, and we can use maybe SQL commands. MongoDB. Azure Cosmos' DB API for MongoDB supports MongoDB Wire Protocol. This API allows existing MongoDB client SDK drivers and tools. Okay, so I don't have any Mongo, so I don't have to worry about that. I've also never used MongoDB before. Azure Cosmos DB support for Cassandra API makes it possible to query data by using the Cassandra Cassandra query language. I see. All right. Azure Cosmos' DB Azure Table API provides support for applications that are written for Azure Table Storage that need premium capabilities like globally distributed, high available, scalable throughput. The original table API only allows for indexing on the partition and row keys. There are no secondary Oh, right. I remember this. I actually had to deal with this at work. We were doing something with Azure Cosmos DB. And we actually had a few conversations. We were like, should we use Azure Table or SQL? So this one uses, it sounds like SQL because there's a partition key and a sort key. Oh, no, so this would be using the Azure Table. Enter the table name and primary key info as shown. Just make sure user ID and note ID are camel case. Select DynamoDB. Amazon DynamoDB is a fully managed NoSQL database, provides fast and predictable performance for seamless scalability. Similar to other databases, DynamoDB stores data in tables. Each table contains multiple items. Each item is composed of one or more attributes. We're going so great guide on DynamoDB. Oh, this looks weird. Alright. So it looks like we do want the scalability. So we might want to use Azure Table. I don't know. I mean, here's the thing. Now it's like, well, which way will work? One way or the other? And at this point, I don't know. And so if you don't know, sure, you guys can spend forever and a half discussing the best option and not the best option, but the best thing is to just go forward and do something. Select product name from items. Right, querying is accomplished by using OData and link queries and code in the original REST API for Git operations. Alright, partition and row keys, there are no secondary. Oh, okay, you know what? We're just gonna go with SQL right now. Mostly just because I know SQL the most. So API is SQL. Enables Apache Spark. Oh, we do not need Spark. I'll tell you that right now. We don't need Spark. So we are going to put this in West US. I made this in West US. There we go. All right, so we don't need geo redundancy. We don't need multi-region. All right. So let me explain all of this to you. All right, so we have the API. We did core SQL, and that is because I know SQL the most. I know SQL, so I can do that. I did deal with Azure tables a little back in my job, but we're not going to worry about that. Apache Spark. Apache Spark is used for big data. I can tell you right now, we're not going to have to deal with big data. Additionally, I don't need anything to do with big data. Big data is like I'm working with 1 to 2 terabytes and I have to trim that down and do something with it. We don't have to deal with that. Location, I'm making it in West US because I live in the West US. Additionally, I'm putting it in West US because that is where my resource group and subscription is located. So I could make this network. I could put it in West US too. I could have been East US, but then every time my other resources have to communicate, if they're not in the same region, there will be latency. All right, so the next thing is geo redundancy. This is like if I need to be redundant and I need this information to be in multiple places to basically make sure I don't lose any data. And how it does this is like, right, I'll put in West US, and then when I do enable, it'll write, so enable global distribution on your account by pairing West US with East US. You can add more regions to your account later. So that means basically all my stuff in West US will be replicated in East US. So if the West US location goes down, everything will switch to East US and vice versa. Multi-region rights. Multi-region write capability that allows you to take advantage of the provisioned throughput for your database and containers across the globe. Up to 33% off multi-region rights is available for qualifying new accounts. I don't need this, because no one's gonna write in multi-regions, so I'm gonna keep this disabled. But here's the idea. So then we can go to network. We can configure if you want a virtual network. We can say what tags you want, then we review and create, and this is how it looks. So now we know how it looks. I am going to figure out how to do this in the Azure PowerShell. I will be right back, guys. I do need to go to the bathroom. 1 second. This coffee is kind of getting to me. I'll be right back. I swear to God, guys. I don't understand anything going on. How about all you on YouTube? It's fine though. What do you not understand what's going on? Please let me know. I would like my viewers to understand. And if you don't understand what's going on, it also means there are other people who also don't understand what's going on. That is a thing. And also thank you guys for waiting. My bladder was like, dude, what the fuck? Let's go to the bathroom. I'm like, okay, bladder, whatever you say, bladder. So, now that we have the now that you guys have seen how to make Cosmos DBs via the GUI, the portal. Oh no, I'm not making a server or anything. I'm not making any service. This is called a serverless stack. You're just chilling, working on your own stuff. Okay. I need to fix that. I need to fix Nightbot. But no. So basically, we're making a serverless stack. So basically, this is like, we're gonna make it so, when people start learning programming, one of the ways they can do it is to worry about less stuff. One way is to be like, here, just write one function. But a lot of program languages don't allow you to just write one function wherever you want. So to enable users to be like, for us to go, here's a function, write what you want to happen in this function, and you're done. We can use a serverless stack. So let's say I have this serverless stack enabled, and you, Mr. Somser, goes like, you touch, my function. The VMs will open up, the Cosmos DB will open. Basically, everything will kind of open up. It'll run, do what it's supposed to, then shut down. So I only pay for the time that I use it for. Unlike other servers where I pay for their operation 24/7. So basically, this is just a way to use Azure to make a serverless stack, so it might help new programmers learn code better. So I'm basically going over the steps on how to make a serverless stack while following the serverless stack tutorial, but instead of using AWS, I'm going to use Azure since I know Azure more than AWS. But yeah, thank you for joining anyway. This will, again, be on YouTube, so... Alright, so now that we found out how to make an Azure Cosmos DB, which we're going to need hold information with to query awesome stuff, we are going to now do this in PowerShell. So if we go to AZ help, we need to make a Cosmos DB, and this might be under Cosmos DB. Alright, how are we going to... Azure Cosmos DB, create. Oh boy. Create. Name and resource group are required. So we're going to give the name. Name is serverless stack Cosmos DB. Resource group, which is under resource group. Resource group serverless stack RG. And then we needed to location, default consistency level, and no. Locations. Add a location to the Cosmos DB database account. I think as well, actually, I don't know if this is true, but I believe once you actually make something, like the resource group, we can actually see the Azure command, PowerShell command on how to make it. Create name, resource group, subscription. Well, we're already in our subscriptions, so we need to change that. Locations. Region name equals East US. Oh, that's what it is. Okay, I get it. So we're going to go to locations. Region name is equal to West US. Region name and fall over priority is required. So fall over priority is equal to 0. I think that's all we need. We have the account name, which we want. We have the location. We have the resource group. And I think we're good. Geo redundancy. Error locations. Key equals value. Well, I fucked up, didn't I? Alright, so why is this an error? Locations. Region name equals UK South. Fall over priority 1. Oh, I get it. Yeah, locations. Region name equals East US. I said West US. Fall over priority equals 0. Usage error. Locations. Oh, do I need this? Is this what I need? No. Okay. So, what's going on? Add a location to the Cosmos DB account. Usage. Locations. Key value. Required keys. Region name and fall over priority. Optional keys is zone redundant. That is correct. Default. Single region account and the location of the specified resource group. Okay, cool. Well, I know what resource group is in, so just press enter. There you go. And then that'll run. It might take a little bit, because actually if you make the HD Insight clusters, those can take up to 20 minutes to make. So while this is going on, we are going to download a template for automation. We're going to get out of here. We're just going to go to resource groups. Yeah. So you're being made. This might take a while. So now that we have the Azure DB, now that we have the database to hold our information, for file uploads. So now we have to make a storage account for file uploads. So storage, so basically in AWS it's called S3. In Azure they're called storage accounts. We're going to move that over there. Now that we have our database tables ready, which they're being made, let's get things set up for handling file uploads. We need to handle file uploads because each note can have an uploaded file as an attachment. So we're doing, I forgot what we're making, but we're making something. Amazon S3, which stands for a simple storage service, provides storage services through web services interfaces like REST. You can store any object in S3, including images, videos, files, etc. Object organized into buckets and identified within each bucket. Yes, so basically we need a place to hold files and information. And for that, Azure has storage accounts. Create a storage account to store up to 500 terabytes of data in the cloud. Use a general purpose storage account to store object data. Use a NoSQL data store. Define and use queries for message processing. And set up file shares in the cloud. Use the blob storage account and the hot or cool access tiers to optimize your costs based on how frequently your object data is accessed. Let's learn more. That's still going. Wow, okay. Thanks, Microsoft, for storage accounts. So basically, storage account is Azure's way of being here, you can store literally anything in here what you want. File, disk, blobs. This is probably what we're looking for because we need to be scalable, but we don't need massive. So lift and shift migration, simple and inexpensive, move data to the cloud with a no-go name. Data like storage, we don't need this. But here's kind of all the stuff you can use with storage accounts. It's a lot of information. If you're thinking about using Azure for your business, this will be something you will need to read and talk with Azure people about, but yeah, you don't need to worry about it here. So again, we're going to show you how to make a storage account via the GUI. Once we show this, then we're going to use PowerShell to make this. So Azure Storage. So basically, Azure Storage is highly scale available, and Azure Storage includes Azure Blobs, Azure Data Lake Storage, Gen 2, Azure Files, Azure Queues, Azure Tables. Cost of storage account depends on the usage and the options you choose. Okay, here it is. Pricing details. Block blobs, 0.001 gigabytes per month, so we don't need a lot. Scalable object storage for blah, blah, blah. So probably we might use blobs is what we're looking for. So we can just stuff in the blob. So we're going to put this into the resource group. Storage account name will be serverless stack storage account. Okay, serverless stack SA for storage account. We are going to put this in West US. We're going to make this standard. Standard storage accounts are backed by magnetic drives and provide the lowest cost per gigabyte. They're best for applications that require bulk storage when data is accessed infrequently. Premium storage accounts are backed by solid-state drives and offer consistent low latency performance. They can only be used with Azure Virtual Machine disks and are best for I/O-intensive applications, like databases. Additionally, virtual machines that use premium storage for all disks qualify for a 1.9 SLA, even when running outside of an availability set. This setting can't be changed after the storage count is created. So basically, when you're making a storage count, you have the option of, do you want to be on hard drives or do you want to be on solid state drives? Now, like hard drives and solid state drives and consumer machines, like what you and I have, hard drives are slower, but cheaper per gigabyte. Solid state drives are faster, but more expensive per gigabyte. Now, obviously, the price for solid state drives are going down. So for this serverless stack application we are making, we need hard drives. We're not going to have a lot of people that's going to, we don't have a lot of people that's going to use this. We don't need a lot of I/O. We can use regular hard drives just fine, especially we're not going to use this as a database because we have our database that's being set up, which is Azure Cosmos DB. So, my wife is listening to Grim Grinning Ghosts. I wonder if you can hear it. Anyway, so because we need just regular hard drive space, we don't need something that fast. We're just going to use the standard. We don't need the premium. Account kind, storage v2 sounds fine. General purpose storage accounts provide storage for blobs, files, tables, queues, and then a unified account. Blob storage accounts are specialized for storing blob data and support choosing an access tier, which allows you to specify how frequently data account is accessed. Choose the access tier, then matches the storage needs to optimize costs. Create a storage count. This is not really Alright, I don't know if you can hear it or not. If you can, let me know. If you can't, that's also fine. Anyway, guys, first is, it has been 30 minutes, so here's some, shameless advertising for you all. Guys, you can't? Alright, awesome, great, because I can. And so trying to talk and it's hard to talk and not pay attention to the music. Anyway, guys, so here is some shameless advertising. Guys, are you going to go to an interview soon? Do you want to stand out in your interview? Guys, are you at a job and do you want to show the people that you know what's going on? Do you just want to wear a shirt to motivate other people to be better, to know that they can do well? People, guys and ladies out there, do you just need some color? Do you need a splash of color in your wardrobe, you know? Well, if you said yes to any of those, I have the solution for you. T-shirts by That Programming Guy. These t-shirts are great. If you go to www.thatprogrammingguy.com, see this wonderful unicorn, fugly unicorn with this rainbow. Man, you can get a shirt with that on it. It looks freaking great, guys. You can get it in black. You can get it in white. You can get it from size from small to 3x large. I mean, here's what it looks like on a dude. Look at that. Look how cool he is. Do you want to be that cool? If you get in one of these shirts, you'll be cool like that. I guarantee it. And all you need to do to get your hands on one of these shirts is just go to the website www.thatprogrammingguy.com. Click buy and I have shirts sent out to you in about a week. And you can wear your very own fucking awesome Remember You Can Do the Thing shirt. It's great. It's wonderful. And it's high quality gilded cotton. You will love it. Additionally, guys, I do also offer programming coaching. So if you need help with anything programming related, coding, how to get started with programming, anything like you're going to school and you're in an algorithms class and you need help with that, you need help with college work, programming work in general. If you need help with anything programming related, I am here to help you. $60 per hour. Pretty nice, you know? We'll do it all online, so you can be freaking in the Bahamas if you want. You can be in Thailand, you can be in Japan, you can be on the other side of the United States for all I care. As long as we found a time to work together, I will help you get better at programming. Program coaching by That Programming Guy is pretty damn great. If you want to get coaching, or if you even want to talk to me about it, to figure out what I can help you with, which is everything, how I can help you, which is all with everything, please send me an email to darren.hona@thatprogrammingguy.com. programming guide.com. Everyone who's on YouTube, I will put this down in the description, so you can email me that way if you want. Additionally, before our first coaching session, we will have a 30-minute session for free. We'll just be online, so I can figure out how I can help you, how you can help me. Additionally, I do want to talk to you, and I want you to talk to me, because if you don't like me, then you're not going to learn from me, and I won't be able to help you, and then it's going to be a waste of $60. So, email me before our first session. We'll set up another time for just 30 minutes for us to talk to each other, be like, hey, do we like each other? All right, thank you all so much for listening. Let's get back into the serverless stack, shall we? All right, so that was made. As you saw, that took what, like 10, 20 minutes? But it works. So we're gonna copy this. There we go. And now, if we actually go to that awesome dude right there. So let me finish talking about storage counts. When we're done with this, we'll show, and I'll show you that the Cosmos DB has been made. So, V2 I think is fine. I mean, I don't think we need anything, just general purpose is fine. We could use blob storage, so we have blobs. Yes. So blobs, you can think in storage accounts, they're just literally a blob. So like, here is this data that I'm going to put here. Here's this data that I'm going to put here. Here's this data that I'm going to put here. Here's this data that I'm going to put here. Blah, blah, and blah, and blah. That's a blob. A general just like thing that you put in places. It's like the cloud. You go, hey, cloud. What's up, Darren? What's up, that programming guy? Hey, can you store this data? Why? That programming guy? Yes, I can. All right, here's the blob. All right, thanks, that programming guy. I'll make sure to keep it nice and safe. That's what a blob is. So we're going to do blob storage. We're going to go locally redundant storage. So the replication. The data in your Azure storage account is always replicated to ensure durability and high availability. Choose a replication strategy that matches your durability requirements. Some settings can be changed after the storage account is created. So we have locally redundant storage, geo-redundant storage, and read access geo-redundant storage. So locally redundant storage is, since we're in West US, our storage will be replicated. But the replication will still be in West US. So if the West US region of Azure goes down, my data can't be accessed. We have geo-redundant storage, which, so basically I can say, okay, my storage will be in West US and will be replicated in East US or somewhere else. Makes sense. So if the West US goes down, I can get data from East US. And then we have a read access geo-redundant storage, which says you can write in the West US, you can write in, and then it'll be replicated on the East US, but people can read from the secondary location as well if they need to. So that's really great if you have people who are, I don't know. That'd be great if you have people who's in the East US or the West US, blah, 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 blah. Because we don't need that geo replication, we're just going to use a locally redundant storage. Access tier. The account access tier is the default tier that is inferred by any blob without an explicitly set tier. The hot access tier is ideal for frequently accessed data, and the cool access tier is ideal for infrequently accessed data. The archive access tier can only be set up at the blob level and not on the account. So we're going to do a cool access tier. I'm just starting this out. Probably not a lot of people is going to be accessing this at first, which is fine. I mean, if stuff happens, I can probably change it. What does the serverless stack do? Region name, bucket name, region, enable cores. In the notes app we'll be building, users will be uploading files to the bucket we just created. And since your app will be served through our custom domain, it will be communicating across domains while it does uploads. By default, S3 does not allow its resources to be accessed from a different domain. However, cross-origin resource sharing defines a way for clients. Okay, we don't have to do that right now, I don't think. So in the internet cores is a thing. Cross-origin resource sharing is a thing. It's usually blocked to block attacks. I don't know all of it off the top of my head. Guys, if you're on YouTube or on Twitch and you know a lot about cores and what it's about, I would love to talk to you. You can send me an email or something so I know more about it. But I'm not a front-end dev. I don't have to worry about much about this, so I don't worry about it. But anyway, back to storage count. And you have networking, we have advanced, so like we don't have to do secure transfers. Although I guess people are doing files, so yeah, why not? Data protection. Soft deletes enables you to save. We don't need to worry about data protection because if we delete it, this is a test. If it goes away, it goes away. Whatever. Data lake storage. The Azure Data Lake Gen 2 hierarchical namespace accelerates big data analytics. We don't need it enabled because we're not doing big data. Alright, so here it is. Here's what it is. So now, here's how to make a storage account with the GUI. Validation failed. Pre-fight validation failed. Please refer to the detailed specific error. Subscription blah 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 was not found. What does that mean? That's interesting. Where are my subscriptions? Sorry, that's what my wife is listening to right now. Now this exists. I don't know why you can't find it, but anyway, whatever. Raw error. Well, all right. I don't know why it can't be found, but that's fine because we're not gonna make it here. So now we're gonna make this with the GUI, with the PowerShell. So we're gonna go to AZ storage. I'm guessing storage is what we're looking for. Haha, I'm right. Storage. Account blob container cores directory file logging. We're going to do a blob. We're going to create. Delete. Oh, no, we don't need blobs. Hold on. AZ. Because I need to make a storage account. Storage manager, Azure Cloud Stu. No, I don't need that. I need storage accounts. AD. No, I don't need Active Directory. I mean, I'll probably will actually have to add an Active Directory someday, but I don't have to do that now. Batch, billing, cache, CDN, cloud. Cognitive services, no. Consumption, no. Azure container instances, AZ container. Is this what I need? I don't think so. What if we just do this? Ah, script. This is what I need. PowerShell. You're not helping me. No, just tell me. Just tell me what the fucking script is. Oh my god, you're stupid. Okay, that's not telling me what I want. Create? Oh shit, okay. Resource group command line. No, I don't think this is what I'm looking for. Yeah, this is not what I need. So we're gonna go back to H. So I'm basically trying to find out how to make fucking storage accounts. Because there is storage, but that's a storage reason. That might be what I'm looking for. Extension, features, function, group. No. Hey, HD Inside Resources. I should actually make something about the HD Inside Resources as well. Custom virtual machine images, Internet of Things, IoT, Key Vault, secrets and certificates. We'll need to do that. Custo. Lab, lock, manage services, maps. Azure, no. Azure Monitor, no. OpenShift, what the fuck is OpenShift? Policy, Postgres, PPG, no. Providers, Redis Relay, reservations, resource, roles, search, security, service bus, SF, signal, SQL, storage. Yeah, so Azure storage is what I need. So I need to create an Azure storage. Container. Aha, create. Oh my god. Okay, so A storage AZ storage container creates a container in a storage account. By default, container data is private. The container use blob to allow. Okay. Okay, these are containers in storage accounts, so I don't have these yet. Account key, account name, connection string. Okay, so I need the storage account first. So I need to make the storage account. So how the fuck to make the storage account? You can use Azure PowerShell manage. Yeah. I wish you would tell me. What is the Azure? Oh my god. PowerShell. Connect AZ account. When was this made? 2019? New AZ resource group, get AZ location, new AZ storage account. So this is with the old one. Okay. This is with the non-mod. This is with the old module. I mean, I could make it if I have to. But I mean, is there a way to not make it? Also, with this one, can I make a new AZ subscription? That's storage. Oh yeah, you can use new AZ subscription to make a subscription. Cool. So then this will be up here. So I'll try to do this offline maybe in case I need information. But we could use new AZ subscription to make a subscription, which is not under the AZ module. So I might have to do that. Anyway. I don't want to use this. I mean, I guess new AZ subscription. New AZ subscription. Yeah, it's not recognized, so that's fine. I'll have to download that. It creates an Azure subscription. Oh, not a subscription. Oh, God. New AZ storage account. I'm assuming this will die in a fire of death. Oh, my God. Yeah, okay. So I'm gonna have to download the AZ module. But, fuck a duck, man. Log in, log out, rest. Interactive. Find. I'm an AI robot. My advice is based on your Azure documentation as well as usage pattern. Feedback configure. Positional? AZ storage account create. Thank you. Thank you so much. Cool, guys. AZ storage account create. That was awesome. Go Microsoft for making that work. You're awesome. It's not like I work there or anything like that. Name and resource group, great. Access tier. Standard LRS. So we have name serverless stack SA resource group is serverless stack RG. Oh my god, access tier is standard LRS, locally redundant storage, because we don't need anything else. It is required for standard blob accounts during creation. Allowed values cannot be set for standard or premium account types. It is required for standard blob. Okay. Custom domain, no. Enable file, no. Kind indicates the time of storage. Allowed values. Blob storage, blob, block. So I need blob storage, so kind blob storage. Premium storage count, storage count SKU. Allowed values are premium LRS, premium ZRS, standard. This is getting like way too much. Go back. Location. We have the location down. Name. Oh, I need location, huh? Location, West US. Storage count, name, deployment model, resource manager, account kind is blob storage, replication is locally redundant, performance is standard, access tier is cool. Access tier is cool. Access tier is cool. Public endpoint, performance is standard. Do we have performance up here? Standard LRS. SKU. SKU standard LRS. I think this will work. We'll see what happens. Unrecognized arguments. Access tier cool. Makes sense. Because I need the double hyphen here. That seems like it'll work. Well, let me copy this. While that's running, create storage account. There we go. Let's save that. That was fast. All right, guys. So to prove to you that all of this is actually being made, we're going to go to Azure Cosmos DB. Look, it's the Cosmos DB we made, and look, it's online, guys. Isn't that cool? Now let's connect it using a sample app. Well, we're not going to connect it right now. And if you go to storage accounts, what? Well, it's not showing up. There it is. Serverless Stack SA. Look, guys, it's here. Awesome. So I guess next episode, I'll kind of go through at least the Cosmos DB and storage account to show you more stuff about it. But here we go. So guys, what did we get done today? We looked more in PowerShell. We got the Azure Cosmos DB done. So we added the database, and we also added the storage account, which is going to be used for file upload, since users of this will be able to use files. So yeah, great. So that's kind of what we got done today. What you can see next week is we're going to go through more of this serverless stack tutorial. Most likely we're going to then go to next and a user pool. We're just going to keep going through this, see what it has, what's it want to set up, what it doesn't want us to set up. But everybody, that was fucking great. So if you want, you guys can see me on YouTube. Guys, if you're watching this on Twitch or VOD or something, give me a follow, because those are fucking awesome. If you guys are watching this on YouTube, give me a thumbs up if you like what you see. Give me a thumbs down if you hate what you see. But in any case, leave me a comment and a subscription, because I love both of those, and I'd love to talk to my community, since I'm actually getting a lot of subscriptions on YouTube now, which is kind of weird. Yeah, so that was great. If you do want to see more of me, if you want to see more of my pretty face, my awesome voice, and my dog who sometimes scratches herself, but you can hear her collar, you can watch my active Fireball channel, which I do gaming. Currently, right now, I'm doing Xenogears, and there's a battle going on for my next game, which is between Parasite Eve and Vagrant Story. So yeah, everyone, otherwise you can just catch me next week on Twitch or watch me more on YouTube. All right, everyone, lurkers who are lurking, thank you so very much for lurking. Watchers who are watching, thank you so very much for watching. Bots who are botting, thank you so very much for botting. I love you all, and remember, you can do the thing. Bye.